Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Wednesday, the 8th day of February, 12th day of Shvat. Here we go. Now, when making a bracha, we told you yesterday that you should have an idea what the ending of your bracha is when you begin your bracha. You shouldn't just say, Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. That's not a good way to start it. You just think, I'm eating an orange, the brachas bori pri ha'etz, that's what I'm saying, and that's how it should be. But if it did happen, that's today's first halacha, that you realized in the middle of the bracha and you're like, and you switched it over to, what was I thinking, Bori Pri Adama? Of course it's Bori Pri Ha'etz. You can do that. It's just not the best way to set up the bracha, but if you did make the switch before you got to the Bori Pri Ha'etz, you start out saying, Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, I'm thinking one thing, you made the correction at the right time. You didn't even end up saying the wrong words, then that is okay. It's just not the ideal way to make a bracha, but it will work. Next one, this is a sore point. There are a lot of people. Well, let me back up for a second. Everybody knows that the bracha of shehakol could end up counting for a lot of foods, because shehakol nihiyeh bidvaro means that God makes everything. So people say, well, I could say shehakol on a piece of meat, on a piece of gum, and if I said it on a piece of cake, it would kind of sort of work anyway, because shehakol nihiyeh bidvaro means that God made everything. But here's where people make a big mistake. Because of that rule, they just go assuming, so whenever you don't know what to do, just make a shehakol. I'm holding these corn checks in my hand. I'm not sure what their bracha is, so whatever, I'll just say shehakol. That's not appropriate. That's not proper. All brachas should be checked out before you make them. And it is true that shehakol is the appropriate bracha for things outside of, mizonos, borbeitz, it does apply to things like cheese, meat, etc., but you can't just say, I don't know what the bracha is, so I'll just say shehakol. That's not appropriate. When you don't know what the bracha is, you're supposed to go check it out and find out what the bracha is and fix that before you make the bracha, if possible. So try to have that attitude and just saying, oh, whatever, I'll just say shehakol. That's not a good plan. A bracha should be made slowly and out loud, and that way will make your concentration better. So always say a bracha slowly, out loud, thinking about it, etc. It's a good idea to know the meaning of the words. B'diavad, that means after the fact. If you didn't know the meaning of the words, you still fulfilled your thing, but it's better to know the meaning of the words if possible. If you have to go to the bathroom and let me just make the borei chuck down this orange down my throat and then go to the bathroom, that's not so appropriate. When you do have feelings of needing to go to the bathroom, take care of that first. A man should make sure that his head is covered before he makes the bracha, if at all possible. Putting your hand on your head does not work. Putting a piece of material on your head will help, like you could put your shirt sleeve on your head if necessary. But some piece of material should be over your head. That's the main idea. Bracha still will end up working even if you inadvertently didn't have your head covered, but it is, of course, a good idea to try to have your head covered at all times when making a bracha. You should be clothed for a bracha, and you should hold the food in your hand during the bracha, and your right hand is preferable, even for lefties. Hope that doesn't offend lefties. You should hold the food in your right hand when making a bracha, and if it's not in your hand, you still fulfill the mitzvah. It's just better for the food to be in your hand when you make the bracha. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.